Hello friends, welcome to my channel Home Garden Plants Care. In today's video we are going to talk about the Dahlia plant care. So this is my Dahlia plants. This is the nursery plants that I purchased from the local nursery. When I purchased this plant, it was a very small plant. So almost one and a half month back I had brought this plant. And you can see the size of this plant by now. It has become very tall. And it has already started giving the flowers. So normally the flowers comes for this dahlia plants from the month of November till March. So these are the blooming stage for the dahlia plants mostly. And it all depends on how you take care of your dahlia plants and like how you fertilize them, so accordingly they bloom. You can see it has got two beautiful flowers on this my plants, and beside this there are number of birds which is coming up. You can see over here. So there are more birds which are coming up for these plants. So mostly like this month of January now, and this is the blooming stage for these dahlia plants. So when you're going to talk about the dahlia plants, you have to see to that the plants that you purchase from the local nursery, you have to transfer immediately from the nursery back to the pot. You can put it in the plastic, cement or the mud pot. I have put it in the mud pot because it retains the moisture, and in the sunlight also the mud pot doesn't crack or doesn't become hard. I have planted this in my mud pot, and I've used the manure mostly once in a 15 days for these plants. And when you to take care of this plant, like you have to dehead this dried up leaves, you have to remove it from time to time. Don't keep this leaves for the plants on the plants for long time. So as they dried up, try to remove it. Okay, like this you try to remove all the leaves which are already dried up and like gone. So you can see for the leaves which is gone, there's also the small shoot which is coming up from the leaves that is dead. So you have to make a note of it while trying to remove the leaves, so you don't get damage the new baby shoot which is coming up for that stem. And you have to see to that you loosen the soil. Where if you see the soil which is harden up like this, you have to loosen the soil, and you have to remove the weeds from time to time. You can see these weeds which is come out, so you have to remove the weeds often from the pots. So you have to remove this from the pots, and you have to clean the pot. And if you see this mud is very hard, then you have to loosen the mud. You can take a small hammer like this, and you just loosen the soil. So once you loosen the soil for around these dahlia plants, the roots also becomes very like can catch the soil very easily when the soil is soft. So you have to remove all the dead leaves from the plants, and you just have to see to that the baby shoot which comes for the stem doesn't break. And when you have to water those plants, you are going to keep them in the direct sunlight. Every day you have to water this plant, the dahlia plant. You have to water every day. And whenever there's a soil is hard, you just water it little over the top of the soil, and once in a 15 days you use the manure. I mostly use the compost manure which is available, organic manure. You can see this is my organic manure which I already have with me, so that I always put it for my plants. So when you're going to put it, just dig it just at the side of this base of this tip of this mud pot. Put it little like this you put, and again cover the soil. So similarly you have to use it for the every 15 days, so that it plants becomes very healthy and gives you the uh, flowers constantly. This doesn't get a pest very often if you keep them in the direct sunlight. If you don't keep them, then if they are not getting enough sunlight, then there are the chances of pest on these plants. And just see to that there are no any insects on the plants. If you find this kind of leaves, just remove it from the plant. Don't keep it on the plant, because other leaf also will get infected. So this plant also getting birds. So it depends on how you take care of these plants. If you take proper care of the plants will flower constantly, and the plant will grow into very healthy plant. And if you see any like whitish kind of that infection on these leaves, just try to cut off the leaves and apply some haldi powder diluted with the water, so that it will not get again on the leaves. And after it is bloomed, the flower get withered, so you just have to cut it off the leaf or the flower, so it will grow the new shoot. You can see here, so it will give a new shoots once we cut it, so it will keep on growing. So don't allow it to remain like that only with a dead flower. So if we are very fond of these dahlia plants, you can always have a collection of these dahlia plants, and you can understand the basic how to take care of this plant and how to get it bloomed constantly. If you know the basics and how to take care of these plants, and if you use the fertilizer from time to time and give a correct water, like adequate water without over watering, the plants also will not die and will survive to the fullest. And every day have a check on the leaves for the pest. See, if we get any whitish kind of things or mealybugs you don't get normally on this, but if you keep it in the shade there are chances. So as the dahlia plants like the sunlight, try to keep them in the bright sunlight area, but see to that it doesn't get dried up. You have to give them the water constantly. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.